We're going to be doing, I believe we're going to be announcing our Achievement and Media Excellence Award winners. And it's just a huge show. It's a lot of fun. And we get to crown a champion. And then it's heading into the off-season. We got some stuff working on for the off-season. So much going on here in the NBL. And it's a lot of fun. But we got to get there first. Again, doubleheader action. So when the game ends, AFC Championship ends, we're going to flip right into a pregame show, do a quick little pregame for the NFC Championship, and then flip right over to that one. But let's get right to it. Let's take a look at our players to watch for today's AFC Championship. It's the Dolphins and the Chiefs. Let's start out on the side of the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the MVP. It is the most valuable player. It is the best offensive quarterback we have seen in the NBL the last couple seasons. It's Patty Mahomes. As a big shout out to an isolated with the 13 months of subs. Patty Mahomes, 136.5 passer rating, 4,300 plus yards, almost 4,400, 33 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. I think the most impressive part about Patrick Mahomes is the fact that he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. You see a lot of these high volume passers here in the NBL. They end up, you'll see numbers like 28 touchdowns, but 24 interceptions. The fact that he's thrown 33 touchdowns and 9 interceptions is absolutely nuts. And to put it all together, almost 4,400 passing yards and a passer rating of 136.5. For Mahomes today against this Miami defense, which as many would agree, this Dolphins team has one of the best defenses in the NBL. The key for Patty Mahomes today is just going to be to not turn the ball over. I know this Dolphins team has some offensive firepower. We know how good that Allen Rose has been for the Miami Dolphins. But at the end of the day, for Patty Mahomes, it's just going to be to not turn the ball over. He's got to find a way to keep the ball on his side of the field. They got to win this TOP battle. And for a little more on how good Patty Mahomes has been, I think somebody else is here just for a little bit here on the NBL Network. Is there a loud man from the San Antonio area here with us?
You mean the San Antonio Commanders? That's our new football team, and we knock helmets off our opponents. No, but you're absolutely right tonight. We're talking Patrick Mahomes and the turnover battle along with time of possession. You want to know why? Because it's going to be very important. We've seen this guy get in this area before he starts choking, and we don't want to see it happen again. So hopefully the Kansas City Chiefs can hold on to the ball, control time of possession, and also control the ball enough to where they don't turn the ball over and it costs them the game. And the owner of the Miami Dolphins, you see it up there on the top right. Oh, it's not showing yet. It's Dan Marino, and he's got $99.2 million in funds. Must be nice, Dan. Living large over there in Miami.
That would be awesome. I'd love $99.2 million in my bank account, both real or in the game. On the flip side, for this Miami Dolphins team, Mike Gesicki at tight end has probably been one of the unsung heroes in the NBL. We don't talk a lot about Gesicki in terms of the top tight ends, but 60 receptions, 794 yards, and 10 touchdowns. You see that receiving average of 13.2. Bomber, with Gesicki, he's a lot of the reason why Allen Rose has had this resurgence in his career. We didn't know what was going to happen early in ownership. We saw him struggle in his first couple of seasons, but he's led this team to the AFC Championship. They're looking for a Super Bowl. They got a real good chance to do it with Allen Rose and Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, you see the tight end position is number 3 as far as yards go, number 2 as far as reception goes. They're led by Taywan Taylor and Devontae Parker at the wide receiver positions, but Mike Gesicki, 60 catches, 794 yards, and 10 touchdowns, has been phenomenal, arguably a top 3, top 4 tight end there in the NBL and NBL season 36. I'm excited to get this rocking and rolling and see what we got on broadcast number 272. You got to get the tight end going. We don't talk about Allen Rose much, but tonight we will have an opportunity to do it. If they win, they'll be in the Super Bowl, and they'll get all the hype from here until tomorrow night.
As we're about ready to send it out to the game. Reminder, folks, this is doubleheader. It's not a super show. We're giving both these games time to breathe. Bomber's going to be with us for about a half, and he's got to go prepare for his NFC Championship game. But we got an AFC title game to get to first. Let's get your predictions in the chat. Put them in the chat. I'll read those throughout the first quarter. Bomber, who do you like to come out on the AFC side? 2 teams I think a lot of people are kind of surprised to see here. This is a conference that's been dominated by the Cleveland Browns. Browns didn't make the playoffs this year. Is it going to be the Miami Dolphins with that defense that has really led the way and Allen Rose at quarterback? Or is it going to be Patty Mahomes, the MVP, and this Kansas City Chiefs firepower offense getting to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, you look at the two records, Kansas City Chiefs 14-2, Miami Dolphins 13-3. The Kansas City Chiefs, obviously home field advantage, number 1 seed. Dolphins were number 2, but the Dolphins, they have a tough division. You know, they're playing against the Patriots. They're playing a little bit more of a steeper competition inside the division. Now, I would take the home team, except that they're choke artists, which now they're this far.
Wait a second, Draco's in the AFC Championship?
Draco's the NFC choke. He's the NFC version of JB. But I'm going to go with JB tonight. Just forget it, man. Let's go with J. Throw all conventional wisdom out the window. I'm just going to go ahead and take the home team like I normally do. It's going to have to be a lower scoring game because a shootout's going to mean there's a lot of turnovers, I'd assume. And I don't want to see that. I want to see the control of time of possession, come down there, go on good long drives that put points on the board. Kansas City 27, Miami Dolphins 20. That's my final score for tonight. It's going to be a close game, a great game, as long as Mahomes, as long as he doesn't go crazy here.
Only one way to find out, folks. Let's fill one of those seats in the season 36 Super Bowl with the AFC Championship game coming up next. It's two teams with huge aspirations. They're one game away from representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Dolphins. It's the Chiefs. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
And we are live. It is the AFC Championship game live here on the NBL Network. It's NBL Live Broadcast 272 Championship Weekend. We got doubleheader action, so much NBL action coming up tonight. We're filling out that Super Bowl. We appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with us. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out for the time being with the commissioner. It is Bomber. Bomber, you've got a game to prepare yourself, so you're going to be hanging out for the first quarter, but boy, you get a little scouting here. You get to look at it. Do you use any of this broadcast? You look back at this one to get some ideas, or are you completely focused on the NFC Championship game coming up around 9 Eastern?
Oh, at this point, you already have your identity, who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. I mean, I do see film. You see film on people, and you see things, and you just wonder, okay, is that what I need to be looking for?
Well, how about you start the game with a big return, 10-5 touchdown. Miami starts off with the fireworks, returning the kick, and the Dolphins don't even have to bring Allen Rose on the field. They take it to the house, and Bomber we watched, a lot of the guys in the league watched that game between you and the Cowboys. We saw the Cowboys take a kick back on you. You ended up winning that game, but what does that do for team morale when the opening kickoff goes to the house?
All right, this is very tough. All right, let me give you a scenario that happened to me versus the Giants last season in the wild card round. Started off just like this. Then I got the ball back. I drove all the way to the 1, and I fumbled. He picked it up on the 1, threw a bomb touchdown. I was down 14-0 within the first 2 minutes of the game. I ended up coming back and winning that game. So this is not the end-all, be-all. I know the GGs are going to be in the chat because Porter likes to throw them out early. But 10 seconds into the game, you're down 7-0. So what? Kansas City, you knew it was going to take more than 7 to win this game. Regroup. Calm down. You're going to get the ball to start the second half. This game can still be in your favor. Just got to come out cool, calm, and collective.
Planet in the chat saying, let go Chiefs win 31-7. J-Tone61 saying, oh my God, out of the gate. What a way to start. And how about we get a hold to start the game for the Chiefs? So, Bomber, not a great start if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
No, especially a team that has this history of collapsing in the playoffs. I mean, OSU, what was the game that we saw in the playoffs in which Patrick Mahomes went just crazy against the Browns and then threw picks in the second half that just completely lost them an opportunity to compete? Hopefully that doesn't happen today. Special teams already given up one big touchdown early in this game.
What was that? I think that was the AFC Championship in season 30. I want to say 4. It was one of the biggest collapses. Big shout out to Jamie with the tier 2 sub at 13 months. Bananas as well, 13 months with the tier 2. So let's just set this up for everybody. We're 3 plays in. Kick return for the Dolphins, holding call on first down, and then a sack on second down. Not great.
Yeah, and this is when Patrick Mahomes, maybe the offense decides, you know what? Let's just run a draw here. Let's extend this game. I know time of possession is very important, but right now, 3rd and 17, we're in a hole. We're on the wrong side of the field. Let's not compound bad mistakes and bad decision-making into this situation. Let's play it a little safe.
dropping back, looking deep down the middle of the field. How about you throw a pick on your 4th game? Bomber, you sure you don't want to hang out for the whole game? Because this is the JB choke in action right now. 4 plays, every single one a negative.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and because that pressure was thrust upon him by myself in the chat, I know coming into one game, and then he changed it to his name, it's on his mind. I don't want to see him go down like this. Regroup, calm down. Don't cover 0 right now either. Be smart. This is a very good defensive Miami Dolphins team, but they have flaws offensively. You can get to this quarterback. You can get to this team, but you just got to make plays defensively. Don't allow your offense to put you in bad situations as they did right here. Special teams already 1 strike, and now the offense with 1. Maybe the defense holds the 3 here, and you still can start building positives from here moving forward.
Under Oath coming to the chat and proving he doesn't pay attention to anything we talk about. Says, I missed it. Where's the NFC game? It's doubleheader, buddy. Pay attention! 2nd down and 3 for the Miami Dolphins after the 7-yard carry on 1st down for Ballage. It's going to be Allen Rose dropping back to pass on 2nd down, looking over to the corner route to Gesicki. Nice user play over there, Bomber. He took control of him early, pulled him back towards the quarterback, and made sure he used that big body tight end to make sure the defender can't get an interception.
Yeah, I like what I see so far from the Miami Dolphins. A tough loss earlier in the divisional round for my Cincinnati Bengals, the building the franchise Cincinnati Bengals. For those that follow the show, they lost in the divisional round by a touchdown, but man, they played these Chiefs very, very tough, and it made me think, man, the Dolphins might run away with this, but I went with the home team tonight and thought maybe they'd regroup from kind of a lackluster performance there in the divisional round.
He did a full-arm throw. Ball's out. It's picked up by the Chiefs. So a little baby throw to the fullback on the angle route. The Kansas City Chiefs defense strip out a fumble, and they get a break that just might, Bomber, settle down JB and get him into his game plan.
Yeah, absolutely right there. Turnovers is what you need. I was saying, hey, if you held them to 3, there's some positives in that, but now creating a turnover, we're right back in this to win this. Let's see if the Kansas City Chiefs can slow down, maybe get Kareem Hunt involved.
Deep pass over the middle. That's going to be stripped away. So Patty Mahomes started out this game 0 for 2 with a pick.
Yeah, way too aggressive on the crossing routes early in this game. Trying to drive the ball down the field on a post. Crossers, that's pretty much what you get from this Kansas City offense. If you can stop that, I don't see many counters when they play. And that was my number one concern. That's how teams go full throttle from looking great to looking bad, is when a defense counters that to take those crossing routes and post routes away. Is he willing to go underneath? Is he willing to hit the curls? Is he willing to hit the corners? Is he willing to get outside of the pocket and make something happen with his legs and stick with the run? I haven't seen that with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Nice throw to the flat. No need to spin there for Hunt, but he'll get up to the 27-yard line. Let's go back. Had a lot of action in the first part of this game. See some predictions in the chat. Astra saying Dolphins 38-24. Rusta Busta going Chiefs 31-21. Gibbs saying 17-10 Dolphins. Porter going with a 21-20 Dolphins win. It looks like the chat pretty much leaning towards the Miami Dolphins, and that start certainly helped them out. 7-0 opening kickoff taken back to the house. The Chiefs offense has been, the Chiefs in general have been a disaster early. They gave up that opening kick. They threw Patty Mahomes threw a pick. We saw a holding call. We saw a sack.
Yeah.
It's been bad. I formation for Mahomes under center. 2 wide receivers. Watkins wide left. Holland in the slot. It's going to be Hunt taking the carry. He misses his hold, bounces it outside. He'll pick up 3, maybe we'll call it 3 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I probably should have stayed with the hole there right there. You see the little Saints halfback zone. Just take it between the tackle and the guard right there. It was open. And once you get inside of those holes, you just make one man miss, and then you can bounce it outside, and there's opportunities for big gains right there. He just goes away from his instincts, and he just bounces it outside, unsure of the pocket, unsure of the hole in the play, and just doesn't make the right decision. Now, he does fortunately gain 3, but now they're in a 2nd and 7. Let's see what they can do.
Mahomes dropping back to pass on 2nd and 7. Big rush around the outside. Down goes Mahomes again. Harris with the sack, and early in this game, Bomber, the Miami Dolphins are winning the battle up front. They've already gotten to Mahomes twice, and they've picked him off once.
Yeah, this is the NBL Season 35 reigning MVP. We haven't announced the current MVP for Season 36. Mahomes definitely a favorite to win that as well, but you got to step up, young fella. Step up in the pocket, trust your line to protect you, and let that thing rip.
3rd down and long for the Chiefs. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 to the right side. For Pat Mahomes in the shotgun. Got Hunt on his right hip, staying back to block. Blitz picked up nicely, lobbing it up right side, and That is textbook how you use or defend the deep ball. He switched over to the safety bomber, didn't try to go for the pick, just goes for the swat, and then forces the Chiefs to punt it away.
Yeah, the offense of Kansas City just seems a little rattled earlier between sacks, forced throws, bad throws, predetermined reads. This defense already has a turnover of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, but the Chiefs defense needs to continue that trend and maybe get some user strips and put the ball on the ground and allow the defense to kind of help the offense here, because right now the offense isn't generating much.
And the problem for the Chiefs is the offense has been their bread and butter. Patty Mahomes has been stellar. They move the ball at an impressive clip, but they don't have the offense to get it going. It could be bad news, as you can see already getting aggressive on the defensive line. Hand off to Ballage. He'll still pick up 3 on the play. I think the biggest concern, Bomber, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, is your offense didn't get anything going. And defensively, if it weren't for a strip fumble, the Dolphins were going to punch that ball in.
Yeah, absolutely. The Dolphins were grinding down the field, and if they would have put a touchdown in on there, that would have been 14-0, 2 scores. It would be tough for this Kansas City Chiefs, which goes primarily a passing attack. They lose all sense of balance when they get down. That's another reason why the Miami Dolphins defense is so crucial tonight if they can come away with the victory.
Nice job on the edge there, bringing down Ballage for a loss on the play. It's going to set up a 3rd and 7. And if it's your first time watching these Miami Dolphins, they are a rare breed. They're going to play with defense. They're going to run the ball. They're really going to try to control time of possession.
Yeah, absolutely. This team right here is a ground and pound team that can air it out if they need to. They got a triple threat option. You got Gesicki at tight end, Taylor wide right, and Parker wide left. This team can drive the ball down the field, but they prefer to control that time of possession. They've done a great job throughout this playoffs doing that.
Big false start there, backing it up to a 3rd and 12. During the regular season, this Dolphins team, number 6 rushing attack, averaging 85.3 on the ground, number 3 scoring offense. Offensively, I mean, again, a team that is in the top 3 defensively in yardage in every category. They were also the 3rd most yards total on offense, so they know how to move the ball down the field. They've got a big 3rd and 12 here. Bunch formation, 3 over to the left side, 1 wide receiver split wide right. Ballage on the right hip of Allen Rose in the shotgun, and they're going to get him with it. They're just giving it back with an offside. Why do you think he's got that aggressive on so early? We've seen him jump twice already.
All right, so here's what we've seen from the Kansas City Chiefs, and these are 2 things that I've noticed in the first quarter. You've probably noticed it as well, OSU. User stripping, very aggressive stripping in open field tackling. That's a recipe for disaster. If I'm a Chiefs fan, I don't like that. Now I'm seeing them flip on aggressive pass rush because the offense just went offsides and they think that maybe they won't fake hike it again. They do. Those are 2 things I do not want to see. It just reeks of desperation at this point early in the game.
Rose in the pocket, looking over corner route, has Parker on the sidelines. Toe tap, what a throw from Allen Rose, finding Parker wide open. And Bomber, you wonder what that offsides did. They had him backed up to a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 7, changed up the defensive calls. They pick up 30, and they've got a first down inside the 30-yard line.
They get a fork route on the left side. You got a post with a corner route. It kind of just rubs the defense and allows you to get down the field and get a little separation, and a nice little pitch and catch there from Allen Rose to his wide receiver.
And draw play to Ballage on 1st and 10. He'll pick up the first down, getting 11 on the play. And so far, Bomber, the Miami Dolphins have looked very good. If it weren't for a fumble, they'd have a 2-score lead right now. On the flip side, the Kansas City Chiefs, their offense has looked awful. Their defense hasn't looked good at all. Their special teams gave up a touchdown.
Yeah, it's been a pretty underwhelming performance from this team.
Did he just jump before the quarterback got there?
You're seeing an aggressive on already for the Chiefs. They're almost seeming like they need to do something special right now. They just need to calm down and play their brand of football and relax a little bit. Still a lot of football left in this game. We got 3 quarters and almost a minute. As a nice pass from Allen Rose finding his man underneath. This team has shown you they'll take the underneath. They'll take the big shot. Miami Dolphins are a type of offense that basically takes what the defense is giving them. So the important part to do here for Kansas City is just to kind of disguise your coverages and just play the long downs and the long distances against itself to give yourself an opportunity for Allen Rose to make a mistake.
Shout out to Entren in the chat with the 1 year of subscribing at the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it, my friend. 2nd and 1, handoff to Ballage over the right side. He's met, but he's going to fight forward for the first down, picking up 3 on the play. And I think Sandog34 said it perfectly in the chat. He says, JB's on tilt. There's a lot of panicking going on the way of the Kansas City Chiefs, and now we're getting down towards the end of the first quarter. If you're Kansas City, Bomber, you've got to be the one that's calm, cool, and collected because you've got home field advantage. I know you had a bad first play, but panicking right now. It's early. There's plenty of time
This is
left.
easy to spin right here, too, as well. I mean, just like in Madden 19, this situation is easy to spin to my players. If we give up a touchdown here, we say, hey, we get the ball to start the second half, right? Okay, let's drive down there. Let's get right, and let's drive down the field. Let's score, and then we get the ball back in the second half. We can tie this game up. That's what I'd be telling my offense right now to get back on the field, just to give them a little bit more mojo, little J.U. ice in the tank.
Good tackle there in the hole. A former Detroit Lion, Donnell Pumphrey, losing a yard on the play. Going to bring up a second goal from the 7. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. A little Sunday night championship weekend. Don't forget, we've got the NFC Championship game coming up, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So immediately following this game, we're not going to go off the air. We're just going to run a quick pregame and get to it. And then Super Bowl tomorrow night, probably going to be 9 o'clock Eastern time. Twitch.tv/NBL Network. Little quick bubble screen to Godwin. I don't like that call, Bomber, for no reason other than I think logically it makes sense. But in Madden 19, those bubble screens are brutal to get to work.
What you need is just a little bit more time for the bubble to kind of start moving. You throw it that early, it just doesn't seem like it really plays into your favor. But you know what Kansas City's doing right now? Defensively, they're just playing drop. They're trying to protect against the touchdown, and Miami knows that, and they're saying, okay, let's play the low risk, potential high reward here. Let's swing the ball. Let's go underneath and give our guys an opportunity to catch the ball and get some yards after the catch. Maybe we get into the end zone, but if we don't, we're still up 2 scores because we're coming away with a field goal. We are not turning the ball over once again inside the red zone.
Second red zone trip. First one, they ended with a fumble. So they want to make sure they get points here as it's Allen Rose dropping back on 3rd and goal. Looks underneath. Has a man flagged down on the play. Stopped shy of the line to gain, and I think that's going to be a hold. So that's going to get declined. They're going to force, they're going to force Miami to kick the chip shot field goal. But a good stop for the Kansas City defense, Bomber. Finally standing tall and making sure Allen Rose doesn't beat you.
Yeah, I like the throw, too, also from the Miami Dolphins, even though they got the holding penalty there. I thought the throw right there, see, it was just one man to beat down the field. He caught the ball underneath. Even though there was a penalty with the holding, it would have brought it back. But did you see it was just one man to beat at that point, and if he can just juke that guy, he's into the end zone. So that's just a safe, conservative play call by the Miami Dolphins. They're saying, hey, we're going to go up 2 scores. Your offense hasn't looked too great. We're going to see if they can really put some points on the board, now down multiple scores.
Does he have aggressive everything on? Because that is now the 3rd holding or block in the back we've seen. So we've seen a bunch of penalties the way the Kansas City Chiefs, and they haven't moved the ball at all offensively.
This is just a formula for, what's the opposite for a formula for success in the playoffs? That's Kansas City Chiefs football.
Poison formula, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Look at that, 79 total yards for the Miami Dolphins, only 2 for the Kansas City Chiefs, down 10-0. They have had the ball twice, folks. 1st and 10. It is going to be a shotgun formation for Patty Mahomes. Kareem Hunt on his right hip. He drops back to pass. Blitz picked up nicely by Hunt. He tosses it underneath. He's going to pick up 6 yards to the 20-yard line. Nice safe throw there by Mahomes, but what a block by Hunt in the hole. They had a free rusher up the middle on that nickel blitz. They're able to pick it up and pick up 6.
I think he's key to this game. His intangibles are phenomenal, but he's also important to keep that balanced attack. You don't want to go too heavy passing against this great Miami Dolphins defense because they're going to figure you out. You need to keep them honest. If they're able to play pass coverage early in this game, it's going to force your windows to be tighter and tighter as the game progresses. Remember, this is the team that only gives up 13 points per game. That's 5th in the league. They're 2nd against the pass and 2nd against the run.
Deep throw has a man. It is complete down to the 41-yard line. Got one-on-one coverage. Little crossing route across the middle, and Holland comes up with the catch. 21 yards on the play. And, Barbara, if you haven't watched these Kansas City Chiefs, they got Tyreek Hill, they've got Holland, they've got a lot of athleticism on that wide receiver core.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's all crossing routes. I mean, that's what you're going to get. The majority of it's going to be across the field. Now, Miami, if they take that away, what is the next counter that Kansas City will do? I have yet to see it built into the play so far, as right there, just a run right into Mark Sanchez and the offensive lineman kind of animation going on there.
10-0 the score. Can the Kansas City Chiefs put together some sort of offensive drive here on in the first half? Plenty of time left, but it has been a rough start. They gave up an opening touchdown off the kick, and since then it's been rough. The Kansas City Chiefs playing without Tyreek Hill. 2nd down and 11. Mahomes dropping back. He's going to take a deep shot down the middle into triple coverage, trying to fit that into a tight window. And Z-Star in the chat saying, boy, JB is rattled without Tyreek Hill, and that's a big weapon not to have on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Right there, he actually had the underneath shallow cross. It might have actually been a post route that just went underneath the deep post. It was open across the field. Instead, he's looking next level because Patty Mahomes is always looking to drive the ball down the field.
A little underneath throw on 3rd and 11. He went through the matrix on that hurdle and picked up a first down. A beautiful play. There was nobody over there. And good, I get to see the replay of that one. So just to make my brain break a little more.
Yeah, you see that pass underneath. That's kind of a counter I need to see from Kansas City. Be able to take stuff underneath rather than always looking to go to that next level with those crossers and shallow cross and deep crosses down the field. Even taking a simple drag is going to really stretch the defense back towards the line of scrimmage, and that's what you want to do if you're Kansas City and you're looking to get over top of this great Miami Dolphins defense.
That was a nice throw. Bomber, if you notice there, the middle linebacker is supposed to have that gap. He actually had his back to the quarterback and was running just straight up. It was Kwiatkowski running back to the wide receiver on the post route, and that made him able to just put that ball right over his head and pick up a first down. The Chiefs are driving.
That's because he was too shallow. The yellow was way too shallow. He saw that the wide receiver had posted behind him, too much depth. All he could do at that point was turn around and run and try to catch the receiver.
Oh, that's a bold throw there, Patty. It's a bold throw. It still gets caught, but Kwiatkowski looked primed to take that the other way. Only going to pick up 2, and that's got to get the old heart rate going if you're JB holding those sticks.
It's a couple times. Even that throw just now against the linebacker, we've seen over-the-shoulder picks, OSU. That could happen there. I don't know the athleticism of that Miami Dolphins linebacker is really there, but still, that throw isn't as guaranteed and as open as I'd like it to be. A couple real risky throws early in this drive and now late in this drive for Patrick Mahomes.
2nd and 8. Little comeback route on the right side. Nice throw there.
There we go. I like to see that. Mix some of that stuff in because as the field gets tighter, as you get into the red zone inside the 30, those initial throws you want to make early in downs, the crossing routes, it's just not there. There's not enough field, OSU. So right there, he throws it to the right side, deep comeback. I love to see it. That's bueno right now. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Here's my deal. Come down, get some points on the board, and then you get the ball to start the second half, and guess what? Now you got an opportunity to take the lead.
Who's in the chat saying man pressure, and he just panics. I think we see a pick 6 on it soon. 10-0 the score here nearing the end of the first half.
Is that from Gov?
That's from Cougs.
Hey, if he was playing Gov, he'd be in some trouble right now. if he didn't want to see the man blitz.
First down and 10 for Patty Mahomes and this Kansas City Chiefs team. Ball's on the 14-yard line, needing a score here. Make sure they don't turn the ball over. Looks like he's going to hand it off on first down, trying to find some room over there. But boy, this Chiefs offensive line is getting a lot of pushback from that defensive line, and they're just nowhere for Hunt to go.
No, none right there. I mean, to pick up 2 yards, that's just essentially running into the back of your lineman and falling forward a little bit as Kareem Hunt doing the best impression he can of falling forward at that point. Let's see if they get something on the edge here. Maybe a toss play, something outside would be nice, and see if you can get Kareem Hunt running for the pylon. 3 wide receivers for Mahomes, 2 over to the right side, 1 to the left side as Mahomes dropped back to pass, 4-man rush. From the Dolphins, it's a bad throw, it's tipped, it's picked up by Baker, it's going the other way. He'll get the touchback as he almost got out of the end zone, but it was a bad read. Bomber trusting the high pass over the middle. You can't do that here in sim mode, and Kansas City gets no points on a very good drive. I mean, you just can't do it. It doesn't work every time. And right there, it was a risky throw into traffic. He was hoping the high pass would somehow put his receiver in a better position than all the defenders surrounding him. What should he have done? He hot routed the flat to a zig. It was wide open early in the downs. We would have liked to see him make that throw. Instead, he goes to that next level, OSU. When you get inside the red zone, everything gets tighter.
I get that you can sort of trust it, but you're down 10-0. You need to make sure you have points.
Yeah, there's no reason that you want to make that throw. I like throwing the high pass if you got space around you and maybe somebody's really shallow, right? And you need to put it over the head. Right there, the defenders were
right on
really close. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're talking 2 to 3 yards in front of you. They're sitting there. You got to drop it from the bucket if you're going to get in there. There just wasn't enough space. Throw shouldn't have been made, and he still seems to be jumping off sides here defensively right now. The Kansas City Chiefs are just all kinds of shook.
Now that might change what the Miami Dolphins decide to do. It looked like they were content to just sort of run the ball, but now they've got a 2nd and 4. Handoff to Ballage, who cut it back to the left side, has some room, has a first down and more to the 35-yard line. 3 timeouts, Bomber. I'd like to see this Miami Dolphins team actually make a push and try to get some points.
Yeah, a touchdown here I would think would end the game. Field goal would do some damage. I like being up 13. That's a good number to be up if you're Miami.
Chiefs get the ball to start the second half.
Exactly, but the Chiefs just haven't been looking good offensively. But if they can get 17 points here, if they can somehow get a touchdown with these 3 timeouts, if they use them wisely, I know the clock's running right now, this could be a big play here and a big turning point in the game even further.
Oh, it's Mike Gesicki on the corner route. He gets out of bounds the 41-yard line. 7 of 7, 80 yards for Rose and Bomber. I think what the most impressive part about Allen Rose has been is there's been no risky throws. It's been all very safe, all just moving the ball down the field. They're very comfortable, even if they don't get a field goal here, to be up 10-0 going into the half.
Yeah, they have a lot of just intermediate throws. If you can consistently make the correct intermediate pass, you're a dangerous passer in this game, and Allen Rose has proven once again that's a throw he can make.
1st and 10. It's 4. I think it's 4 encroachment penalties. Might be 3. Yep. Again, it's 10-0, but I get maybe your game plan is be more aggressive defensively, but you got to think at some point you flip that bad boy off.
Almost a defense mechanism at this point because they need turnovers. They cannot handle mentally being down this much that they're trying to use aggression to get back into the game. And sometimes playing conservatively is the best move because you get an opportunity to make a play is right there. You're in drop coverage. You finally get the pressure. Yeah, the crossing route was about to break open for the tight end, but it doesn't get there because you allowed your defense to get pressure to the quarterback. It was pretty much a coverage sack at that point.
Astra in the chat saying, turn off aggressive. Darcy Knight saying, got to turn it off. Not like he's getting a ton of pressure with it. 2nd and 5. 3 wide receiver set. 2 to the right side. Parker alone on the left side. Ballage on the left hip of Allen Rose. Dropping back to Pat. Looks over the middle. That's picked off. It's jumped, but I think that's coming back for pass interference.
Yeah, it might have been. If he was 5 yards past, that might be offensive holding too. Oh, no, that is going to be defensive pass interference. You know, he swerves underneath to try to make a play. Does a great job. It's not really going to hurt them. Well, I guess it is going to hurt them a little bit now. They're going to be at the 29-yard line, definitely in field goal range. Right there, if you would have just hit X for the swat, you would have had it. I understand he's trying to make a play, but let's be realistic. With that interception, it doesn't really put points on the board. Maybe X was a better decision there, but once again, kind of a ticky-tack call there for the Kansas City Chiefs at home.
It's been a ticky-tack call. It's been all over the place here in Madden 19. You just got to know. You got to give him some space. As timeout taken by Miami. 9 seconds left. He does have 2 timeouts, but they're at the 14-yard line. Bombers. This sort of just a case where you maybe just run it with Ballage, see if you can break something open and take your timeout, take your 3.
I don't know. This is an opportunity. So you talk about the game when the opportunity is to put the foot on the throat, right? This is the chance. If you really believe you can get a touchdown here and you have a play that maybe a post that goes over the middle and hits that E in Chiefs or that I in Chiefs, and you can get there, this might be the opportunity to take that shot because OSU, this gets you probably to the Super Bowl.
Look into the end zone. Has Grant. He has to come out of the end zone to make the catch. He's down at the 2. 1 second remaining. Oh, boy, he had him.
I kicked the field goal here, but I could understand if he did go for it. Just because there's so much more power when you're up 17-0 than 13-0. But nonetheless, the Chiefs have shown that they can't put any points on the board. So what are you really scared of?
Here's the only reason you don't go for it. And I get that the Chiefs haven't put any points on the board. The offenses look pretty bad. But I think the biggest reason is if the Chiefs get a stop, that's a lot of momentum that goes the way of Kansas City. That could be one of those turning point plays where all of a sudden they start putting together going into halftime. I don't know if I'd want to give them the chance to
you don't want to do anything to give. That's a great example. You don't want to give any momentum to the opposing team. And right there, you're up 10-0. Everything's going in your direction. Why not go 13-0? They have shown they cannot go down and sustain a drive. They will turn it over inside the red zone. Why allow them to walk away into halftime and turn something that could be a positive for you into a positive for them? I like the thinking there, OSU.
Well, Bomber, it's been a fun half, but you got yourself a game to get ready for. Are you getting amped? Are you getting excited for that?
Yeah, I'm doing my finger stretching right now.
Okay, good.
I go index, middle, ring finger, pinky,
that middle
and
finger
then I go reverse order back.
Sure.
Back on that, yeah.
Well, I certainly appreciate you hopping on for a half. Good luck in the NFC Championship, and hopefully I'll be talking to you as the NFC champion.
Hey, man, you never know. It'd be good to see some new blood in there as well.
All right, brother. Good luck tonight, and thanks for hopping on. Big shout out to Bomber hanging out with us for a half. Had no need to. He's got his own game to deal with, but appreciate him taking some time out for the network. You'll see him coming up in just about 15, 20 minutes. We're going to go right into that NFC Championship game following this AFC Championship game. 13-0 Miami on top, but Kansas City with the ball. 2nd and 10. Play action pass for Patty Mahomes. He's going to take the deep shot down the right side. Has a step, and it's caught, and it's inside the 10-5. Touchdown. He got out of here at the wrong time. Bomber missed the big play for the Chiefs. As over the top, it's Chris Conley saying, Tyreek, who? I can make a big play. 13-6, a monumental touchdown on their first drive out of the half. Kick is up. It is good. We got a 13-7 ball game, and boy, as Banana said in the chat, no reek, no problem. This Chiefs team looked dead in the water in the first half, but they come out of halftime, and all of a sudden, JB goes, "Yeah, I don't like this choke artist tag. Let me make something happen." Puts one deep down the field to Conley. Now Miami with the ball back. Let's see if the Chiefs defense can do something. Another flag on the play. Boy, oh boy, there have been a lot of penalties in this particular game. Campbell 24 saying, "Turn away at the wrong time. Missed the big play." Well, enjoy this. If you ever miss any of our NBL live games, miss any of the plays, they all get uploaded to YouTube right after this. YouTube.com/Madden Bomber League. What a play over the top, and now Miami looking to answer. 5:41 to go in the third quarter. It only took him 19 seconds to put points on the board. Now cutting it to 13-7. So very similar starts to the half. 2 quick touchdowns. One, the kick return for Miami to start the game. Kansas City gets the big one to start the second half. 1st and 10 for Allen Rose under center. 3 wide receivers. 2 to the right side. 1 over to the left side. Ballage in the backfield. Boy, he is really changing up this play. Dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. Looking for the post route. That is Godwin. Makes the catch inside the 35 to 37-yard line. 10 of 11. 128 for Allen Rose. Cougs in the chat saying, "I want 1 return without a penalty." It's not happening today. Bomber, I missed a KC touchdown. Yeah, Chris Conley from 78 out. 1st down and 10. Game Master keeps saying, "Great catch in traffic." Absolutely. And really nice throw from Allen Rose. I formation. Play action pass for Rose. He's looking down the field. Dump this off underneath to Ballage. Big hit, but he'll still get to the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's what Allen Rose has done this entire season. As the steel ball run says, is Mahomes still Casey quarterback? Yes, he is. And a very good one. Dark Knight saying, "Nice job flipping it after seeing him user that linebacker." 2nd and 1 for the Miami Dolphins. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Grant coming in motion from the right side, and it's going to be a handoff to Grant on the jet sweep. He'll pick up the 1st down, spin move back inside, juke move, dancing all around. Gave him 8 on the play. Miami's picking up right where they left off. This offense had a really nice first half. They got stalled at the end of the half, had to settle for a field goal, and they had a fumble inside the 5-yard line, which was a killer for them. Duber saying, "I get up for 3 minutes and Kansas City scores." Hey, don't forget, folks, we got another game coming up in just about 15 minutes' time. NFC Championship game, Lions and Giants. It's going to be a phenomenal game here on the NBL Network. Doubleheader action, championship weekend. We're filling out that Super Bowl tomorrow night. It's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern time right here. Twitch.tv/NBL Network. We will crown a champion for season 36. Then we get into the off season. Fun time. A lot of pieces going to be moving around. We've already heard the star quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield. Looks like he's going to be a free agent. We've seen a lot of names coming up as might be free agents, but we also know one thing about NBL owners. They're all a bunch of liars. You all are dirty liars. You say you're going to let them go, and then all of a sudden they're franchise tags. So it'll be fun to see free agency and the rookie draft coming up in the next week or so. Allen Rose on 2nd and 11, right up the scene. That's Mike Gesicki wide open. How do you lose a guy like Mike Gesicki? The Penn State grad picks up a bunch right down the seam. Give him 14 get him to the 14-yard line, excuse me. Don't know how, we've seen Kansas City run a lot of this cover 6 defense. There are a lot of flaws in this cover 6, and they've been getting burned on a lot of those cover 6. We saw that corner route earlier on 3rd and 7 was the cover 6, now the seam route. Allen Rose, the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, steel ball run. He was drafted first season of this cycle, and he's been struggled the first couple seasons. We had an ownership change, and he's been great since then. As that was a cluster right there. Handoff to Ballage. He still picks up 2 yards, but that was ugly. Why can't the real Dolphins use Gesicki like he does? Because the real Dolphins don't have a quarterback would be the big one, Tout. 2nd and 8 for the Miami Dolphins, knocking on the door. Knocking on the touchdowns door. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left side. Rose dropping back to pass on 2nd and 8. Looks to the back of the end zone. It's Gesicki. High pass. Can't come down with it. Boy, that was a dangerous throw into triple coverage. Yeah, Porter, stop tagging me. I haven't seen Eric, though. No. Coog saying that play was so strange it almost worked. 3rd down and 8 for the Miami Dolphins. 3 wide receivers to the right. Parker alone on the left side. Ballage on his left hip. Gesicki on his right hip. Rhodes in the shotgun. 3-man front shown by the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to Move Godwin over to the left side. And then move him back to the right side. You see a lot of moving pieces for this Miami Dolphins team. Play clock down under 10 seconds. Changing the play back. I think he just changed it back to the original play. He choo-choos the train horn. He takes the snap. 3-man rush from the Kansas City Chiefs. Rose rolling to the right side. Rose, he's got a little bit of room. He's going to try to take off, but he's going to throw it really late. Oh, boy, he had a couple guys in the area, but that's a dangerous play to throw it that late. It ends up incomplete, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Extend it back to a 2-score lead. Ball is down. The kick is up. It is right down the middle. 16-7. Once again, Miami getting points out of the drives. Game Master saying, 20 audibles there. Yeah, there was a lot going on there. First and 10. Looking over the left side, that one not open at all, ever, period, amen. Listen, I am the best Madden player in the world, but I can tell you right there, that was a bad, bad throw. There were a lot of, that was just blanket coverage and that man coverage. That looked like a predetermined read, hoping that corner route was going to come wide open. Instead, he's lucky that that motor just went for the swap there. Didn't try to pick that off, take it the other way. It's now 2nd and 10 for Patty Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, no Tyreek Hill. And we've seen the Kansas City Chiefs struggle a little bit without their star wide receiver. Dropping back, Mahomes right into his own blocker. There was a lot of push from the right side, but that was just an awful rollout. He just sort of ran into his own blocker. Look at him step to the right side, keep stepping to the right side, and then it's bad news. You got to step up in the pocket because we're seeing the pass rush from this Miami Dolphins. The tackles for the Kansas City Chiefs cannot handle it. They're getting a lot of push from the edges, so it's going to be up to Mahomes to step up in the pocket and not try to roll out. As 3rd and long, 3rd and 19 for the Chiefs. They had a big touchdown to start the second half, but since then it's been rough. As the Dolphins did what they do. They just did a methodical drive down the field. Bunch formation, 3 to the right side now. 1 over to the left side. That is Sammy Watkins. 1-on-1 with the user Howard. 3rd and 19. Stepping back. Looking deep down the field. Has him over the top. Looking for Conley once again, but good safety help. 8-16, 163, and a touchdown. Yes, Tyreek Hill is hurt. He's not, off the team. He's just hurt. As the Chiefs forced a punt once again. And this is the drive. This is the crucial drive. As this return, nice spin back to the inside to the 45-yard line. This is the drive that we're going to find out if the Kansas City Chiefs have what it takes to shake the choke job moniker. You got to find a way to get a stop on this drive because while they haven't given up a lot of touchdowns, Miami has been able to get into the red zone each and every time, been able to get points each and every time, and Kansas City has not been able to do that. Bombers saying everything deep for KC. It's all downfield. There's not working underneath at all. It's a big shout out to Toru SW now following here on Twitch. Appreciate the follow, my friend. Dropping back to pass. Looking to the corner out. He has Hooper. That's Austin Hooper, the tight end. Other tight end. Boy, Hooper and Gesicki have been stellar today. And that one, a beautiful throw from Allen Rose. The dots all over the place. It's a first down for Miami. He's already in field goal range. First down and 10. 2 wide receivers over the left side. 2 tight ends for Allen Rose. Blitz brought by the Chiefs. Picked up nicely. It's another corner route to Taylor. This one a catch. It is the feet inbounds. It's a first down and oh, boy, it has been rough. These Kansas City Chiefs cannot defend the corner routes. Look like Madden 17 out here. Just corner routes all day, but it's great reads by Allen Rose. He's been incredibly accurate. Now, bunch formation 3 to the right side. Parker alone on the left side. Ball on the 14-yard line, minute 22, and counting in the third quarter. Rose, land that off to Ballage. Right up, cuts it back up the middle, breaks a tackle, falls down but picks up 6. Ballage has been the unsung hero of today for this this Miami Dolphins team. Kalen Ballage, the third-year player out of Arizona State. Take a look at his stats. He's, by the way, 90 speed, 95 excel. That's a quick guy, but he has shown some power today. 507 yards on the season, 4.7 per carry, 3 touchdowns. Coming off a 14-touchdown year last year. Dealing with some injuries. down on the carries, but a lot of that's also because Allen Rose has been stellar. 2nd down and 3, Ballard taking the carry. He'll be stopped at the 8-yard line. No gain on the play. Is Andy Reid still the coach? It's certainly feeling like it. It's certainly feeling like the Reid effect. Appreciate everybody hanging in for NBL Live. Broadcast 272 here on the NBL Network. I am OSU, your NBL Network director. We've got another game coming up immediately following this one. We're just going to roll right into a quick pregame show and let those guys get ready. It's going to be the NFC Championship game. They will face the winner of this game. It's going to be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. Should be a phenomenal game. 3rd and 3, Allen Rose dropping back to pass. Looking on the little trail route. He finds Goodwin once again. It's another first down to the 1-yard line, and this just seems like Miami has, in fairness, they have dominated from front to back. This has not been like the Chiefs had a chance at any point today. It has been all Dolphins all the time, and now they're going to try to punch this in. Takes the snap. Ballard's trying to get in the end zone. He'll be stopped. But it's going to take us to the fourth quarter, 16-7 the score, and it feels like it's about a 45-7 game, the way the Dolphins have been playing. Yes, doubleheader action here on NBL Live. It's going to be a lot of fun as that Lions Giants game is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Lions had a huge win over the Cowboys today in just a great matchup. 2nd down and goal, little QB sneak. Oh, Allen Rose just got obliterated on the inside. Now on 3rd and goal, what do? Do you just keep pounding the ball? Field goal here does keep it at a 2-touchdown game, essentially, but do they take a chance throwing it, knowing that they might risk a turnover here? 5:44 and counting in the fourth quarter. Under NBL rules, you cannot kill the clock until under the 2-minute warning, so there's still plenty of time left. Wolfish saying, not like JB has been driving down the field. Steel ball run saying, just pitch it. Colonel Sanders saying, pitch it. Pitch, please. Play clock down, under 10. Hey, there's a pitch to Ballard. She's got the edge. One man to beat. Spin move into the end zone. It's a touchdown once again for this Miami Dolphins team. It's a big shout out to HBK Fit 24 now following here on Twitch. A huge toss. A huge play for this Miami Dolphins team as they took that punt from the 45-yard line and just went, listen, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to score. We're going to put you out of your misery. 23-7. Still technically a 2-score game, but needs 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a huge, huge score. Yes, let's remember Lip on Commissioner Corner podcast. He said, oh, that was almost bad. He said he predicted this Miami Dolphins team to be in the Super Bowl. And, well, Lip Stradamus might be striking again. 1st and 10 now for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patty Mahomes in the shotgun. Play action pass. Kwiatkowski is a free rusher. Oh, that's just panic. And then he throws across his body. He makes the catch. Oh, shout out to Eric Stream now following here on Twitch. What a bailout there as he ran backwards, forwards, did a 360, and launched it off his back foot. And Conley makes the big play. 1st and 10 as they're in the hurry-up offense. 23-7 your score. Under the 5-minute mark to go. Mahomes dropping back to pass. Mahomes taking a deep shot one-on-one with Howard. And a big swat there with Howard. And boy, that's been the flaw with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's been all downfield. There's been no threat of the underneath. There's been no threat of the run. And that is why the Miami Dolphins have been able to sit there and get, okay, hey, how about you try to beat our really, really solid cornerback crew? 2nd down and 10. Moving Holland over to the right side. Put a bunch formation on the right side, one on the left side. Mahomes takes the snap, 4-man rush from the Miami Dolphins. Miami gets there. It's picked off. I think that's Kawan Short with the pick. The big fella going the other way. It is indeed Kawan Short with the interception off the huge hit on Patty Mahomes. And ladies and gentlemen, the fat lady has warmed up. She's on stage. The curtains are open. 23-7 and Miami just got the ball back on the 24-yard line. Blouses indeed. 1st and 10. We've got the NFC Championship game coming up after this. 1st down and 10. Allen Rose under center. 2 tight ends on the right side of that formation. 2 wide receivers. On the left side. Handoff to Ballard over the right side. He'll fight through a tackle. Look at him. Drive those legs. Get to the 20-yard line. Pick up 4. 14 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown, and 4:37 to go. It's going to be a whole lot of the Kalen Ballard show. As again, appreciate everybody hanging out. It's NBL Live Broadcast 272 here on the NBL Network. I am OSU, your NBL Network Director. NFC Championship game coming up immediately following this one. NBL Super Bowl for the season 36. That's going to be tomorrow night. 9 o'clock Eastern Time here on the NBL Network. Follow us on Twitter at NBL Network. That's where we'll post game times in case anything changes. It could be 8 o'clock, but we're planning on 9 o'clock. So Jack Smack 18 joining us in the chat. What's going on, Jack? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with the NBL today. As the NFC Championship game, those guys are getting ready. We'll do a quick pregame show with that one. We may cut to that one early, as this one may almost be a foregone conclusion. 3rd down and 6. Allen Rose in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right side, 1 over to the left side. They're going to be safe. They're going to hand it to Balch. They're still going to pick up the first down. He bounced off a tackle. He's into the end zone. It's 20-yard touchdown run for Kalen Ballage as he puts it into the end zone for the 2nd time today. And the Dolphins have blown the doors off of this matchup. 29-7. The kick is up. It is good. The choke job moniker for JB, it ain't going away anytime soon as he has been run over by a high-powered motor in the Miami Dolphins. Sandog 34 saying it looked like Ricky Williams out there. As he starts saying route in KC. Rusta Busta. Chiefs got thumped. Not having Tyreek Hill, he did look uncomfortable without that Tyreek Hill. Is he 99 overall or is he 98 overall? It's a good question. He asks himself. 99 overall with that 5-week injury. And without that sort of bailout player. Conley played well, but everything's been deep down the field. They haven't worked underneath at all. Empty backfield for Patty Mahomes on 1st and 10. Looks over to the right side. Deep down the field once again. This time it's complete, but Mahomes 50% completion percentage, 202 yards, and 3 interceptions. 1st down and 10. Mahomes in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Driving back to pass. Looking deep down the middle of the field once again. That one almost picked off going the other way. Dangerous throw up the seam as Miami and Motor will be representing the AFC in Super Bowl for season 36. He's looking for his 1st Super Bowl title here in the NBL. What a season the Dolphins have had. Certainly up for owner of the year. As it's a play-action pass for Mahomes on 2nd and 10. 4-man rush deep down the field. Has a man. Late recognition by the safety. Too little too late, though. Down to the 5-yard line. 3-13 and counting. They need 3 scores. Looks like they're setting up for a play. Bunch formation through to the right side. Holland over to the left side. 1st and goal. Play action rollout. Looking back at the end zone. Hits the crossbar. Flag down on the play. They're going to get a pass interference on that one. I don't know where that was. I have no answers. Don't have any idea. But got a PI. 1st and goal. Halfback wham. Oh, what a spin move. Oh, there hasn't been a lot that's been good for the Kansas City Chiefs, but what a spin there by Hunt. Just bouncing outside after the inside was plugged out by that run commit up the middle. He goes spin cycle, whoop, back to the inside. It's a touchdown for the Chiefs. They're going to go for 2 here to try to get it to a 15-point game. Don't know if that's what I do now. I know you need the 2-point conversions, but I'd probably just kick the field goal. Dolphins are on fire, absolutely. Yeah, they're not going to get that one. They still need 3 scores now. As we've got the NFC Championship game coming up in just a moment here, guys. They're loading up, getting ready to go. Giants and Lions on the other side as they're going to find out who will face this Miami Dolphins team. Let's see if... 30-13. It has been, boy, it's been rough for the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that had high aspirations instead. It's been just an absolute slaughtering, and that's a lot of credit to the Miami Dolphins. Because the Dolphins have had an unbelievable season. And they've shown it here in the AFC Championship game that they are a team to be reckoned with. As for saying Bombers going to run away versus the Giants, don't count out Cringe, man. I mean, don't count them out. Second and 15, handout to Donnell Pumphrey right up the middle. They're all going for the strip, but they got conservative carry on. Kansas City going to use a timeout. I'd balance with that Bruce Schultz. Just keep them out, man. You don't need them anymore. Nah. By the way, I just tried to open my water that didn't have a cap on it. Does he start saying, nah, it'll be a close game? No fish saying Pumphrey, still a beast. Yeah, with the Detroit Lions, he was good with the Lions. Came over here in free agency. He's been stellar. Really an unsung hero. It's on 3rd and 10. Rose is going to try to throw it. Don't know why that's necessary. 15 of 19, though, 217 yards. Hasn't found the end zone. It's been the ground game for the Miami Dolphins, but they're going to punt this back to Kansas City, who you know is just going to be dropping back. Anna's saying the NFC game is going to be very good. That's coming up probably about 10 minutes time. Let's see if they're in the lobby. Bombers in practice mode right now. Just getting everything warmed up, making sure he knows what plays he's going to call, making sure he knows what cheese he's going to whip out, what kind of Gouda they're going to have going. NFC Championship game, Super Bowl tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Right here. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. We've got a lot of great shows coming up. Our rookie draft broadcast will be here. We'll have our NBL season preview show once again. And we're hopefully working on something for the free agency if our Bleach Report team would, be around. We might not be around to do the cool show we had planned, but definitely for next season. 1st and 10, 3 wide receivers. Play action pass for Patty Mahomes. Looks over the middle of the field. Has a man. It is complete once again. He'll prance out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And it looks like Miami's content. Hey, go nuts. There's 2:25 to go. You don't have time to do this. Imagine if the comeback actually happened. That would be nuts. I know Cougs is. Big shout out to Cougs who's been helping me set this up. He's alone. 1st and 10. Mahomes rolling out to the right side. Waiting. Looking deep down the field. That's a bad throw into the hands. Oh, it's caught. Oh, they went for the pick. He didn't go for the swat. And what a catch by Sammy Watkins over Mullins, the safety. That's why you got to go for the swat, boys and girls. What a catch. Again, too little, too late, but what a catch down the field as Kansas City's going to try to make this look respectable. Mahomes in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Mahomes on the ground on 1st and 10 as Harris gets his 2nd sack of the day. Miami's defense has been stellar. That defensive line has created havoc for Patty Mahomes. This game almost over, but we got one more to go tonight, folks. NFC Championship game coming right up. Yeah, that's a big boy catch over the middle. Okay, Kansas City, no Tyreek Hill, 99 overall wide receiver. No, that's a big loss, but that hasn't been the reason. The defense hasn't played great against a Miami Dolphins team that a good offense, but nothing spectacular. It's just been sort of hard-nosed footballs that pass up the seam, little high pass stripped away by the safety, incomplete. The offensive line for Kansas City was dominated today, and at the end of the day, Mahomes, JB made some bad choices. Colonel Sanders saying they should be able to come out of the huddle quicker, I think. 3rd and 16. Mahomes takes the snap, dropping back. 5-man rush, looks to the comeback route on the right side. Throw a little bit behind Conley, but he makes the catch and steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line. What a catch by Chris Conley, who's been stellar today. Miami getting a little aggressive here. Brought the cover 0, but again, they're up 17 with a minute 51 to go. I can't even be mad about it. As Motor will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl tomorrow night here on the NBL Network. Still trying to figure out who will be in the NFC game. Giants and Lions facing off. Lions looking for back-to-back Super Bowls, looking to defend their Super Bowl title from season 35. Chris Conley is massively underrated. Agreed. He's very good. Just gets lost on a team with Sammy Watkins' speed, with Tyreek Hill. He gets lost a little bit, but he's phenomenal. 2nd down and goal. 10 points not impossible. Impossible if they get 2 onside kicks. Here's the thing. As Mahomes back of the end zone hits the crossbar once again, comes all the way back. Here's the problem. In 4 cycles, Ron, did you say Super Bowl 9 tomorrow? 9 o'clock tomorrow night here on the MBL Network. Follow us on Twitter at MBL Network. In case anything changes, that's where we'll post it. But 9 o'clock tomorrow night is what we are planning. And I'm pretty sure everyone's good on that one. 9 o'clock. Here on the MBL Network. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight for the conference championship games. Here's the problem with that steel ball run. I think I've seen maybe three recovered onside kicks in 4 seasons. It's so hard to recover them in this game, as that's a high pass attempt in triple coverage, doesn't go anywhere. Kwiatkowski will be okay. That could have been a big loss late in the game. Yeah, there's an award for most crossbars hit in the game. Mahomes. Mahomes is the Cody Parkey of QBs. Doink! 4th and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. They need 11, and then they need Jesus. 3 wide receivers over to the right side, a bunch formation, 1 over to the left side. Mahomes dropping back to pass. Oh, that was a cover 0 blitz, and great recognition there by JB, getting rid of the ball quickly. I'm surprised, again, I can't blame him because it's a big lead already, but the zone coverage has really messed with Mahomes and JB all day. I don't know why you wouldn't just stick with that. Stick with what works. Is they're going to go for 2 here to try to get it to a 9-point game? What? There's literally 0 reason to go for 2 here. I mean, you got it, but if somebody in the chat, if I'm just dumb and don't know how to do math, like, a 9-point game? It's all for naught anyways, but why not? Because if you miss that, you've now made, if you do get onside kicks, you make your life that much harder. Throw your GGs in the chat. What a season for JB and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's falling short just again. It's not going to be too long before we see this Chiefs team in the Super Bowl. Telling the other guys to get in the lobby as this ball game is over. First and 10, Ballage still in the game. I'm shocked, especially after he went out. Minor injury, came back in the game. I'm surprised you don't just stick with Donnell Pumphrey, but yep. Z, that was the old hitch high pass we saw in the Madden Club Championships. Doesn't work as well in sim mode, but it did work there. Dolphins with no kneel in their playbook. Give me a little power to the left side. Ballage with the carry. Stays outside, gets taken down. Clock's going to run. 19 for 67 and 2 touchdowns for Ballage. What a game he had today. Now it's going to be interesting because on the other side, we have the veteran in Bomber looking for another Super Bowl title, looking for number 7. Coming off that Super Bowl win last year, his first one in 8 seasons. On the flip side, it's Cringe playing. He's still looking to get over that hump, much like JB. Those 2 guys are not good with math. Hand up to Ballage on 3rd and 7. Stays on his feet. And that is going to do it. As this clock will run down, the Miami Dolphins will win their first AFC championship, and they will look for their first Super Bowl title. As please, Motor, don't have your internet. I mean, like, it wouldn't really matter, but don't have your internet go out now. Like, don't go out like that. As you can already see, it's getting bad over here. It's getting bad. But that game is indeed over. As they are going to... there's no time left. Right now, the stream is absolutely 100% frozen. He's experiencing network issues. I think he celebrated too hard, probably ripped out the Ethernet cord. But the Miami Dolphins do win 30-21 is the final score from that game. As that one, it looked bad early. Kansas City, that touchdown before the half really it just made it more interesting. We thought, man, this is where Kansas City can make a run. But then it was all that running game with Ballage, the time of possession controlled by the Miami Dolphins, and they're able to get to the Super Bowl. So, one game's down of championship weekend, championship doubleheader, but we got one more coming. It is the NFC Championship game. It's going to be the New York Giants taking on the Detroit Lions. Let's take a look at the players to watch for today's second part of our doubleheader between the NFC's North champion in the Detroit Lions and the NFC East champion in the New York Giants. Let's start off with that New York Giants. That defense for the Giants has been the story all year long. They force a lot of sacks, and Olivier Vernon is a big part of that. 15 sacks on the year, 48 tackles, another 9 tackles for loss. It's Aiden Satran joining us in the chat. This Giants team, we've seen them in many games, getting 5, 6, 7 sacks, and that's going to be key today against a Lions offensive line not quite as talented as many others in the league. They're going to want to force some pressure on Cam Newton because we've seen when Cam Newton is under duress, he gets a whole lot less accurate. So for the New York Giants, their key to the game is going to be to get pressure on the quarterback. On the flip side, for the Detroit Lions, how about Jamal Agnew, the season that he has had at cornerback? Only 4 interceptions, but they love sending this guy on corner blitzes. 10 sacks on the year. Also has 5 passes deflected and 80 tackles. This Lions team is going to show you a whole lot of defensive looks. You're not going to see them running only one type of defense. You're going to see them sending a lot of corner blitzes, a lot of linebacker blitzes, mixing up the looks. So for the Detroit Lions, their key is going to be on the offensive side of the ball. Their key is going to be they've got to get Cam Newton going early. Get him in a rhythm. If you don't get him in the rhythm, that's when you see Cam Newton making a lot of overthrows, a lot of throws to the sideline that just are way out of bounds. But at the end of the day, for the Lions, their key is going to be offensively. You got to get Marty Bryant involved. You got to get Cam Newton going, and Malik Ali might be the X factor in this game. The Lions, they've never really been a team that runs the ball a lot, but this season with Malik Ali, the last couple seasons, they've really embraced the running game, especially inside the red zone, and Ali has been absolutely fantastic. As we are about ready to send it out to the NFC Championship game, but we got to get some predictions. Make sure you get your predictions in chat, folks. Love to see what you guys think, because I think this game is, this is why I got the primetime spot. This game is infinitely more interesting, I think, just because of how good both these teams have been. The story of the defending champ taking on the newcomer. Can Cringe get over that hump? I'm going to go with the New York Giants in this game. I picked the New York Giants to be in the Super Bowl on our season preview show. In general, I make a lot of rules. Don't bet against Bomber in NFC Championship games, but I've had a feeling about this New York Giants team that they're ready to take that hump, to get over that hump. I think that the Giants, we saw a lot in that Week 17 matchup against the Dallas Cowboys, being able to fight back from adversity and get the win there. I just think the Giants are going to come out in a close game. I think we're going to see some turnovers. A shout out to Motor in the chat. Congratulations, Motor, on your win. You will represent the AFC in the championship game. The Super Bowl tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. I just think we're going to see some turnovers from Cam. The Lions have been living on the edge with Cam Newton. He hasn't been as accurate as he's been in past years. I think the Giants are going to force a couple turnovers. They're going to force a couple sacks. I got the Giants winning this game. I think it's going to be somewhere around 21-17 is going to be the score. But it's going to be a close game for sure over on the NFC side. And hopefully we'll get a real entertaining one, because that AFC one turned into a blowout. As I've given them the time to ready up. And they are getting ready to go. And there is only one way to find out who will face off against the Miami Dolphins in the Season 36 Super Bowl. Is to send it out to our game, which is coming up right now. Coming up next is the battle. A little bit of a David versus Goliath, but more of the old man versus the newcomer. Can Bomber get to another Super Bowl, defend that Super Bowl title from Season 35 and get his 7th, or will Cringe get there and take down the commish? It's the Giants. It's the Lions. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
as we are live with the NFC Championship game. Doubleheader action here on the NBL Network. We've got one spot in the Super Bowl filled. Congratulations to Motor and the Miami Dolphins, representing the AFC for the first time in the Super Bowl. Now we go to our second game. It's the Giants and the Lions here on the NBL Network, NBL Live Broadcast 272. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. I am OSU, your NBL Network director. We've got a phenomenal game here. I'm so excited to see this one, as the Dolphins are looking at two really interesting matchups, I think. You get the New York Giants, you get a hard-nosed defense that's going to get after the quarterback. And shout out to Astro with the cheer. You get a hard-nosed defense. You got an offense that led by Josh Allen and at times Durant, the backup quarterback. You see a lot of passes to OBJ. On the flip side with the Lions, it's a lot more of it's Martavis Bryant and Cam Newton connection, followed with a nice sprinkling of Malik Ali. So it'll be interesting to see who's able to come out in this one and represent the NFC. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Get the ball to start this game. Cam Newton under center, 2 wide receivers. Corey Coleman out to the left side. Martavis Bryant on the right side. Malik Ali in the backfield. Cam drops back to pass on 1st and 10. He'll take the underneath. And boy, Martavis Bryant, I believe. Let me confirm this. He did. Ended up leading the league in receiving, 1,569 yards. And they work a lot underneath. It's not just Bryant taking these bombs down the field. It's a lot of drag routes that he turns into huge rack yardage. Playing in the chat saying, Giants 31-30. Astra saying Lions 31-14. Hand off to Holly on second down. Good tackle on the interior. I believe that was Olivier Vernon with the sack. Or the tackle on Malik Holly. Nope, Tomlinson. Lot of players on this defensive line for the New York Giants. Get your predictions in the chat. Love to see what you guys think. As Koo saying Brian's going for 200. NBL Live Broadcast 272 Championship Week. And gotta love doing double headers here. One game coming up. There's only one game left after this. It's the season 36 Super Bowl. As Koo saying 31-13 Lions. 3rd and 4. Dropping back to pass. Cam Newton in the pocket. Cam Newton looks over to the left side. Has a man. It's Nelson Aguilar. He'll pick up the first down to the 38-yard line. Wham, bam, thank you. Cam down the field. He'll pick up 31 on that play. Nelson Aguilar has been a nice pickup as that third wide receiver between Corey Coleman and Martavis Bryant. A lot of speed down the field. You'll see him on a lot of those crossing routes. That one, if the Giants are going to run cover 3 on 3rd down, they've got to find a way to use those purple zones on the left side. Russell Russ saying 24-21 Giants. Eddie wasn't ready, guys. Let's be honest. Eddie wasn't ready. 1st and 10 for the Lions. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Hand off over the right side. Malik Ali trying to find some room. Good pursuit by the user on Allen. Stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 12. Second down and 12. Cam Newton's going to come out under center. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Coleman on the left side. He'll split wide left. Martavis Bryant on the right side. Malik Ali in the backfield on 2nd and 12. It's going to be Holly taking a little counter play. And once again, good early penetration by this New York Giants defense. Now, this is where the Lions are so dangerous. 3rd down. Stark Brawler joined us in the chat. Good to see you, DB. The traditional defense, a lot of people run cover 3, cover 4, but the Lions are so good at breaking down those zones. Do the Giants have enough trust in their corners to run some man coverage here? 3rd down and 13. Empty backfield for Cam Newton, as Big Dad Mel saying 20-17 Lions in this game. 3rd and 13. Newton takes a snap. 3-man rush from the Giants. Waiting, looking, waiting, rolling, looking, finding Eifert. Big hit, though, at the line. He'll drop it. That's going to force a long field goal. 58-yard attempt. Who's outside my house? Anyone? Is it one of you guys? Don't know who's there. This one, a 58-yard attempt. Looked like a good kick. Ball is down. The kick is up. Doesn't have the leg to get there. It just hits the front of the crossbar. It's no good. Jamie, I'm not letting you in, man. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm on a broadcast. I can't let anybody in. I can't get up from the seat. So that one, a risk to go for the long field goal. Just didn't have the leg to get it over the bar. And New York now great field position at the 48-yard line. An opportunity to really set the tone early. OSU, your porch is small. That's a fact. It's Detroit. Yeah, everything's small. I don't know a whole lot of big houses in Detroit. Not a lot of space. First down and 10. Double A joining us in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Handoff over the left side, and that's what you're going to get from this New York Giants team. If you like Saquon Barkley, you're going to love this Giants team because they use him a lot. Whether it's in the running game, whether it's in the passing game, he was phenomenal this year. Saquon Barkley led the league in rushing 244 attempts. By far one of the most used running backs, 1,711 yards and 15 touchdowns on the ground. When in doubt, it's been the ground and pound from Saquon Barkley. Rookie year, only 890 yards, but since then, 1,588, 1,530, and now 1,711. Averaging 7 yards per carry on the ground. And that's a lot of credit to the offensive line for giving Saquon Barkley room to move. 2nd and 7, Josh Allen dropping back. Josh Allen looks over the middle. Diving play by Miles Jack, the linebacker. Just said, no thank you, sir. You're not going to be able to get that one past me. Going to set up a 3rd and 7 and a big moment here for the New York Giants. Can they set a tone and sit there and say, we're not scared of this Lions defense. We're going to pick up some big first downs. 3rd down and 7. Allen in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers look for Odell Beckham, left side slot number 13. It's going to be Allen dropping back to pass. 4-man rush picked up nicely. Looks deep down the field. That's a horrible throw. Just overthrew that the entire way. It's picked off by Tease Tabor. As he overthrew that by a good 3 yards. And that's going to go the other way. And that's what we've seen from Josh Allen. That's what we've seen from Cam Newton, though. Basically an arm punt there. Also, the charging is complete on my headphones. Boink. This guy comes. I don't know if you guys can hear it because I don't know if it's a system sound, but he comes in. He goes, "Charging complete." I believe that is. Who is that? I was going to answer your question of who that is with the long hair. Cam Newton on 1st and 10. Waiting, looking, all the time in the world. You can't give him that much time because eventually Marty Bryant's going to come open. Big hit! But it's a first down to the 45-yard line. I'm really working hard to find this answer for you. At wide receiver. By the way, he has about 1,000 wide receivers. Might be Tyler Lehman, maybe. Anybody see what number he was? I don't know. We'll figure it out. 1st and 10, Cam Newton, 4-man rush. From the Giants, looking over to the right side, who else but Martavis Bryant? Another first down for Bryant to the 42-yard line. Rick Wagner, though, going down on the play. That could be a big loss on the offensive line. Martavis Bryant, we talk about some of the big trades. Curtis Samuel from the Panthers over to the Titans. That's been a great trade for the Tennessee Titans. We saw this Josh Allen trade. Josh Allen initially was a Detroit Lion. Got hurt a bunch in that first season. Been sort of passed around now in New York. And he's sort of found a home in New York, but hasn't been able to stay healthy. Allen, no doubt, has a lot of talent. 84 overall, but he has been hurt a lot. As he has yet to, his best year last year at 3,300 yards. But only 1,800 yards so far this year. And a lot of that's due to injury. He's been out a lot this year. We've seen them have to use a bevy of quarterbacks. Usually it's Lavone Durant, the young backup quarterback out of Idaho, second-year player. But Josh Allen, if he can stay healthy, man. Kook's saying Josh Allen being passed around like Tic Tacs. 2nd and 8 for Cam Newton and the Detroit Lions. 0-0 the score here as we're doing the end of the first quarter. I formation. Malik Ali at the top of that I. Cam Newton dropping back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to be looking for Bryant on that crossing route. Bryant stops his route. And what a throw by Cam Newton. It looks like Widener will be able to come back in. What a throw there as that slant probably wasn't going to get open on the right side. Bryant stopped. Allen delivered that ball over the middle in front of the linebacker. Just couldn't come down with the catch, though. It was an unbelievable play. But he couldn't come up with, finish out that catch. And that's a shame because it was a really nice throw. 3rd down and 8 for the Lions. Cam Newton in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Look for Bryant on the corner out on the right side. Stepping up in the pocket. He's going to look for the post route. Looking for Coleman. He can't make the catch. It's a nice tackle back there by Genie Collins. It's going to force Detroit. They're going to go for the 57-yard field goal. They missed from 58. Can they hit it from 57? This one from the left hash mark. That looks short of the 100 again. I don't know if that's going to get over. Kick is up. Doink! Same story, different day. Give the Giants the ball back as that's 2 missed field goals off the crossbar. And you got to get above that 100 mark. And both those, Prater the Greater, just a little short on that one. That's not Parky. That's not off the upright. That's off the crossbar. That's not enough leg. First down and 10 now. The Giants defense, really nice job holding the Lions to no points here early. Driving back is Allen. Looks on the post route. Oh, what a move by OBJ. And he's going to outrun Tabor. 10-5. Touchdown. 1 play later, OBJ into the end zone. It's a huge one-on-one play. And you can't go one-on-one with Odell Beckham Jr. Number 13 into the end zone. As that kick is, by the way, blocked. It's going to stay 6-0. As Josh Allen one-on-one, OBJ and Tabor. And Josh Allen says, catch tease, as he's into the end zone. 6-0 Giants on top. Should be I don't know if it should be a 6-6 ball game, but 2 missed field goals, one from 58, one from 57, both off the crossbar. Probably should have just punted those away. The first one didn't hurt him. The second one, right away into the end zone. First down and 10 for Cam Newton and the Detroit Lions. 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Bryant coming in motion. It's like a little PAFK quick action. He's got Bryant wide open. Nobody's over there. He's going to get the first down and more up past the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 45-yard line as Graham Glasgow now goes down. See if that one's a more permanent injury than what we saw to Wagner. Wagner back in the game with those bruised ribs. As again, appreciate everybody hanging out with us. NBL Live broadcast 272 here on the NBL Network. I am OSU, your NBL Network director. We got our Super Bowl coming up tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on the NBL Network. Hit that follow button so you know when we go live. You can follow us on Twitter at NBL Network. That's where we post all our game times. It's going to be the Miami Dolphins representing the AFC versus the winner of this game, the NFC Championship game. Giants up 6-0 early. First and 10. Dropping back to pass is Cam Newton. Steps up, looks across his body, finds Tyler Eifert down to the 50-yard line. Picking up 5 on the play, 54 seconds left. We'll give him 6, set up a second and 4. If you're a Tier 2 sub, throw your lips in the chat to our new Papa, co-commissioner of the NBL Lip. Throw your lips in the chat. Let us know what you guys, let us know you guys are thinking of our man. I'll throw some in there. There you go. Lip it up. Second and 4. Shotgun formation for Cam Newton. Empty backfield. This is where the Giants might be able to get after Cam Newton. Force him into some uncomfortable throws. Dropping back to pass is Cam. Looks over to the left side to Schneider. It is caught in front of the defender. It's a first down to the 31-yard line. Schneider goes down after the big hit, and Graham Glasgow, dislocated ankle, will not be able to return. It's a big awareness loss on the line. His numbers, his stats may not be that impressive. In this game, we've seen the overall rating of the offensive lines go down unless you're in Dallas, just because the regression hits hard and there aren't a lot of great offensive linemen in the drafts. But with Glasgow going down on that play, let's point out he's a 76 awareness on the line. It's a loss. He's 75 overall, 89 strength, 80 run block, 74 pass block. So we'll see if that affects the pass blocking abilities of the Detroit Lions moving forward. Yeah, Miami won. Motor played a great game. Ground and pound with Ballage, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Eric G in the chat. Hashtag Eric G Fan Club. I am the Eric G Fan Club chairman, of course. Second down to 10. Corner route, diving play isn't made. Oh boy. Ooh, he got that turbo going out of bounds. He was into the end zone. As we have reached the end of the first quarter. 6-9. I'm not standing up. Stand up. There we go. That's what I got. That's the grand amount of effort you're going to get from me. Big shout out to Eric G. Owner of the Cincinnati Bengals. Building the franchise Cincinnati Bengals is now over. But what a season it was. Bengals had a phenomenal run with my man, Luke Poe, at quarterback. It's just it was a fun year. If you haven't checked out BTF, Building the Franchise, one of our original programs where we follow one team throughout the season, you can check it out on YouTube, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. Don't forget also, if you played our cash and out game, the results will be released tomorrow during the Super Bowl, during pregame. So you'll find out who wins the overall. If anybody picked 10 out of 10 in Week 17, we had none up to Week 16. But if anybody picked 10 out of 10 in Week 17, get $1,000. Giving away that bait and ball and an NBL custom controller and an Xbox Live gift card to our weekly winners. This is the handoff to Austin on the jet sweep. Gets near the first down marker. He'll be down at the 7-yard line. It's going to have 3rd and 1. Injuries are real, man. They are real. 5:13 to go in the first half. Detroit 2 missed field goals early off the crossbar. One from 58, one from 57. And New York first play after the second missed field goal. Odell Beckham, little post route at one-on-one with Tease Tabor, and he took it to the house. 3rd and 1, handoff to Holly. Trying to get to the line to gain, but he will not get there. Big tackle made by Olivier Vernon, and now the Lions forced to settle for a field goal from the 7-yard line. This one, chip shot 24-yard attempt. Gotta hope Prater has enough leg to make this one. It's up, it's good. 6-3 the score. It's 2 water bottles down. Luckily, I got Uno Mas for the rest of the game. 6-3 the score. I don't know if this is how we expected it to go. We've seen some nice drives from Detroit stall out around that 40, 41-yard line, and they haven't been able to convert any points. Look at that hair. It's flowing. He's got some room to the 30, to the 35. Reeves may have been the last guy to talk. And by the way, I don't know if you saw that, but Matt Brader just got two-handed shoved in the back, and that's that block against the block in the back. It's going to bring it back to the 29-yard line. Colonel Sanders in the chat saying Tavon's washed. Holly is trash. Whoa. Holly was on my fantasy team. He was fine. Darcy Knight saying Lions thankful for that blocked extra point after the OBJ touchdown. Lions able to block the extra point. That's why it's a 6-3 ball game right now. That's a big play. Josh Allen in the pistol. Bunch 3 to the left side. 1 tight end. Ingram on the right side. Is this cross drag? Looks like cross drag. It's cross drag. You got to throw the ball at some point though, Josh. He had 2 receivers open down the field. I don't know who he was looking at, but that in route and the there was a cross and an in from the left side. I don't know if I can show it. There, right there. Cross and the in route on the left side, wide open. Wide open. And just couldn't pull the trigger. Yeah, throw it away at least. Do something. Cross drag is one of the easiest plays to read. It's a first look at the drag, then you look deeper down the field. It's a downfield progression. As that throw to the flat is complete to Saquon Barkley, who's going to be taken down at the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the play. But yeah, it's one of the easier plays. Not a complicated read. Forgot about the who wins the Allen trade aspect of this game. He was a Lion. He was a Bill. He's now a Giant. Josh Allen facing his former team, 3rd and 13. Empty backfield for Allen. 2 to the left side, 3 over to the right side. On 3rd and long, 3:43 and counting now as he choo-choos the training horn, changing up the play as he surveys this Lions defense. It's a 4-man rush. Looks to the out route on the left side. That's OBJ with a little possession catch in front of the defender. It's a first down for the Giants. And great play design there. Recognizing the cover 3. Recognizing that purple wasn't going to get over there in time. And Odell Beckham, 2 catches, 71 yards, into touchdown already. As we're now under the 3:24 mark to go. Yeah, the Giants are going to be an interesting team next year, Bananas, with Saquon Barkley, with Odell Beckham, and with what I will assume is Dwayne Haskins at quarterback. That's going to be a fun team to play with. Hand off to Barkley on 1st and 10. He gets to the edge. He gets around the edge. Spin move back inside. First down and more. Oh, such a patient runner down to the 43-yard line. Beautiful run by Saquon. It's going to be a fun team. They need some help on the offensive line. Defensively, especially secondary, they're going to need some help. But, I mean, young quarterback, young running back, that's fun to play with. Blitz picked up nicely by the Giants offensive line, waiting for OBJ to get open. He comes all the way across to the 37-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Bananas, what are your 2 AFC teams you're leaning? Let me know. What are your 2 AFC teams? 2nd down and 3 for Josh Allen and the Giants, up 6-3, nearing the 2-minute warning. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. By the way, with the hair, that's Layman. OBJ alone on the left side. Barkley in the backfield. He'll take the carry right up the gut. A little inside zone concept. He gets down to the 29-yard line. He's so fast off the block. It's too early to start the team selection lines. That's true. That's a fact. We're going to have a couple giveaways during the show as well tomorrow. We've got 2 pieces of merch from our MBL clothing sponsor, CFN Clothing. Came from Nothing Clothing. Big shout out to those guys. You can check them out, cfnclothing.com. We're going to be giving away 2 pieces of clothing of choice to 2 subscribers. And then we're also going to be giving away, as I've just been informed, 2 Xbox Live gift cards donated by owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our graphics guy, Jamie. We'll be giving those away during the Super Bowl. So hit that subscribe button if you want to be a part of those giveaways. I could be wrong. I'll think about it. We might do one giveaway just to viewers, and one of the Xbox Live gift cards, we might do one to subscribers. We might do both subscribers. If you want your best chance to win anything, always hit that subscribe button. It's free with Twitch Prime. But tune in tomorrow. Might be able to win something here on the NBL Network. 4 giveaways during the game. Allen rolling out to the right side. He'll chuck this out of bounds on 2nd and 2. But for sure, the 2 clothings, it's going to be your choice. You can check it out. Links in the chat if you want it. You can do exclamation point merch to see the link again. CFNclothing.com. That's our official clothing sponsor. A lot of great clothing. I bought a bunch of it. We've got track jackets, sweatpants, t-shirts, sweatshirts, a little bit of everything on there. We're giving away 2 pieces of that tomorrow during the Super Bowl, 9 o'clock Eastern Time right here, twitch.tv/MBL Network. Make sure you hit that follow button so each and every time you go live, you can also follow us on Twitter at MBL Network. That's where we post the game times. 3rd and 2. Quick pass to the flat to Saquon. Spin move. Truck move. He'll get to the 5-yard line. Give him 17 on the play. And that's the danger of Saquon Barkley. Their hats too, by the way, right here. Witness greatness hat. Barkley's so dangerous out of the backfield, whether it's running the ball, but he is such a good receiver. And then the moves he's got downfield. He's got that quick, tight spin move. He's got a great juke move. He is so hard to bring down. And now the Giants knocking on the doorstep towards the end of the first half. Toss play to Barkley over the right side. He'll get the edge. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. It's all Barkley and a little bit of bite as the New York Giants extend their lead to 2 scores. They found the end zone twice, and now with a $1:23 to go in the first half, it's going to be up to the Detroit Lions and Cam Newton. Can they answer before the end of the first half? Shout out to JB in the chat. Great season from the Kansas City Chiefs. Just coming up short in the AFC Championship game. Congrats to Motor and the Miami Dolphins. They'll represent the AFC in the Super Bowl tomorrow night. So we already got team selection chat going on. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. NBL Live broadcast 272 here on the NBL Network. This is the second half of our doubleheader. If you missed the first half of our doubleheader, our AFC Championship game, that'll be posted to YouTube after the game, youtube.com/MaddenBomberlake. This is the second half NFC Championship game. Giants up 13-3 early, minute 19 to go. Detroit has all 3 timeouts. It's Cam Newton. Wham, bam, thank you, Cam. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over to the right side. Malik Ali in the backfield. Now he's going to move Eifert and Bryant over to the right side of the formation, leaving Corey Coleman alone on the left side. 1st down and 10. Dropping back to pass. Stepping up. Cam Newton rolls out. Cam Newton's going to take off. He's going to try to get to the 1st down. He'll slide down. Looks like just short. Give him 9 on the play to the 35-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Minute 7 and counting, though. Not a lot of time. If you're a Detroit Lions fan, got to get something out of this drive. Even just a field goal. As, by the way, the Lions started with the ball. Giants getting the ball to start the second half. 2nd and 1. Newton comes out. 2 tight ends. 2 wide receivers. Coleman to the left, Bryant to the right. And it's going to be Malik Hawley right up the middle. He'll get the first down, and the Lions will take the first of their 3 timeouts. 49 seconds left. A little fake quick halfback dive. Also, by the way, if you hit that subscribe button, not only will you be entered in our drawings that we do, but you also get the sweet NBL emote, which we love. Yes, Lip. Someone did predict Giants and Dolphins. A Taco Bell loving co-commissioner predicted Giants Dolphins in the Super Bowl on the Commissioner Corners episode of the Commissioner Corner podcast, the playoff episode. Smart guy there. Smart guy. Loves some great restaurants. You can check out that episode of the Commissioner Corner podcast. That's also on YouTube. YouTube.com/Madden Bomber League. 1st and 10. Cam Newton, 22 seconds and counting. Rolls out to the left side. Goes for the playmaker. He's going to take off. He's going to fumble the ball. It's picked up by the Giants. An opportunity. They didn't slide. And Allen recovers the fumble. And the Detroit Lions are going to go into the half down 13-3. And the Giants get the ball to start the second half. It's looking dim and grim in Detroit. The Motor City Kitties are in trouble, boys and girls. And by the way, Bomber was here on this broadcast yesterday. We were, or yesterday, 2 days ago. We saw a big no slide in that game that ended up in a fumble. It's going to be Saquon Barkley with the carry. Ooh, no need to spin there. Who did it see? It was Russell Wilson. Not slide. We ripped him for not sliding. Didn't slide there. By the way, you want to know what's really... The only downside on this hat, if anybody's a broadcaster, see this? It's a nice hat. Love it. It is the exact color of the green screen underneath. It is the exact color. So if I lean back, you just nothing. Got to keep the head down. Draco joined us in the chat. What's going on, Draco? Rest of us saying Cam trash in Madden. Jamie saying everybody knows Cam don't show up to the playoffs. As the New York Giants going to get the ball to start the second half. They'll kneel it down 2 quarters until we know who will be in the season 36 Super Bowl. NBL rookie draft becomes about a week from when we end the season. Follow us on Twitter at NBL Network. That's when you know. That's where we post a lot of our game times, our broadcast times. Looking like Saturday night, but I'm not an admin. I don't schedule them. But it looks like Saturday night is about the timing we'll have on our NBL rookie draft. It's my Magic hat, yeah. 1st and 10 for the New York Giants. Play action pass for Josh Allen. A lot of coverage downfield. Looks over to the right side. Possession catch. He's inbound to the 49-yard line. Odell Beckham. Oh, my Odell. He's having himself a game. He's already found the end zone once, and he has been all over the field, whether it's underneath, over the top, deep, short. He's been phenomenal. 4 catches, 104 yards. Yeah, the headphones also, they got to, I'm just going to get some black, electrical tape and just tape this, because that's green. Tape this, because that's green. Barkley right up the middle. Barkley's got a first down and more. Browner with the tackle, but he'll get to the 35-yard line. Give him 14. 7 carries, 58 yards for Saquon Barkley. Eric G, please keep it off on Monday. That's all I ask. Eric, it's not the network's call. That's on the admins. I have no idea. It looks like it's going to be Saturday, though. 1st and 10 for the New York Giants, 13-3. They're on top. First possession of the second half. Bunch formation, 3 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Josh Allen dropping back to pass. Allen moving him out of the pocket. Allen gets clobbered. It's Lindsley with his 2nd sack of the day. And a big one at that as it pulls New York out of field goal range to the 43-yard line. And now Detroit's maybe got a little bit of life. A field goal here isn't everything as it stays a 2-score game. But at the end of the day, Detroit's got to make some plays defensively. The Cam Newton fumble was huge. 2 field goals off the crossbar. That's coming up huge. It's just, it just ends up those little things. Any one of them you can recover them from, but 3 in a row is tough. 2nd and 18. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen. 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the right side. Odell alone on the left side, and you know if he's got a chance, they're going to look for him. Instead, they're going to hand off to Saquon Barkley. Cuts it up the middle. Not a whole lot there. Give him 4 on the play. It's going to set up a huge 3rd and 14. If we could get a green blanket to make OSU just a floating head, that would be amazing. You do realize you don't need a blanket. You just need really a shirt. So just a I point back like you guys can see it. Like the green shirt you see back here. Look how green it is. It's nice and green. 3rd and 14. Josh Allen and the New York Giants. 3 wide receivers over the left side. Evan Ingram alone on the right side. Saquon Barkley on his right hip. 3-man rush from the Lions. Trying to get to Allen. Looks over the middle. Ooh. Slightly late recognition. That could have been going the other way. Instead, it's a huge stop at the 39-yard line. And the Giants, unlike the Lions, they're not going to attempt the kick. They're just going to punt this away, play a little field position. Yeah, Mel, I think it's a topiary green. It's not a mauve. I would say forest green is probably right. Back here in the green area. Appreciate all you hanging out with us here on a Sunday night. Weekend's over. Back to the work week tomorrow. Only good thing about tomorrow is we got our NBL Season 36 Super Bowl. 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Twitch.tv/NBL Network. Right here where you see us. Make sure you hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. Detroit's going to need Cam Newton to start making some plays. Held to 3 points in the first half. Very un-Detroit-like. We saw Martavis Bryant have a couple of big catches. They just couldn't cash in. 1st and 10. Newton rolling out to the left side. Newton looking deep down the field. Has a man. It's Tyler Eifert. It's off his hands. It's off Martavis Bryant's hands. Nobody can catch it. It's going to end up incomplete. I think Martavis Bryant might have put a little defense there on Tyler Eifert. Mondays aren't bad when he works 7 days a week. That's fair. 2nd and 10. Newton in the shotgun. Bunch formation, 3 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Dropping back to passes, Cam Newton steps to his left, steps to his right, looks underneath. That's Malik Ali. Spin move, picks up the first down. What a spin move by Malik Ali down to the 33-yard line. Again, this Lions team has never been I don't even want to say a run first, run second, run third. They'd rather pump the ball than run it in past cycles. But with the way this game has sort of gone along, they've really picked up a running game. They have a running back that they love in Malik Ali. As he has 677 yards on the season, averaging 4.6 per carry and 15 touchdowns. The first year, this is his 2nd year in the league out of Penn. Not Penn State. Penn. Just you, Penn. 1st and 10, dropping back to pass. Cam Newton rolls out to the right side, waiting, looking. He's going to take off. He's going to pick up a couple. He's going to take another hit, and he is down. Holding that back. Cam, slide man. Hit that B button. You got to get down. You can't be taking hits like that. He's cussing. 2nd and 5 for the Lions. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. They're going to be looking deep down the middle of the field. Has a man. That's Tyler Eifert with the catch down inside the 25 as Sam Bradford. They go from wham, bam, thank you, Sam, to Cam, to wham, bam, thank you, Sam. Sammy P with the throw up the middle. Sam Bradford, of course, 100% made of glass. You look at him wrong and he breaks something. That's right, Sammy Sweetmeat. 1st and 10. For Bradford now into the game. Can he lead a Lions Cup? We've seen backup quarterbacks do phenomenal things. Bradford dropping back on 1st and 10. Rolling out to the right side. Got Bryant coming across. He got the feet in bounds. He did indeed to the 16-yard line. Cam Newton, broken ribs. That's going to put him out for the Super Bowl as well. If the Lions get past the Giants, it's going to be the Sammy Sweetmeat, wham, bam, thank you, Sam Bradford. He's going to have to lead the charge. It's now 1st and 10. Bradford in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side as he drops back to pass on 1st and 10, and he's going to get taken down as Olivier Vernon finally gets in the action. He gets his first sack of the day. Set up a 2nd and long for the Lions. Cook saying, pull Phillip out of the stands. Phillip Rivers did a phenomenal job for the Lions last year. And then retired. Drove off into the sunset. 2nd and 18. For Bradford in the shotgun, Holly on his right hip. They need to make sure they just get points out of this drive. Steps up, gets taken down. As Lorenzo Carter on the other side gets his first sack of the day. Now 3rd and 24 if you're Detroit. Bombers just got to do what he recommends everybody to do. Run a draw play. Get your 3 points. Does Sam Bradford start the Super Bowl if they win? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he does. 3rd and 24. Highly coming in motion. Is this going to be the screen or the fake screen? It's the screen. He's got some blockers out there. 25, spin move to the 20, but he'll get taken down to the 18-yard line. Nice safe play, safe throw. Now the Lions going to try to cut this back to a one-score game and trust their defense to stop Saquon and this New York Giants offense that has looked really good today. 35-yard attempt. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. I don't know. Let me look. I don't know if the Lions have another quarterback on their roster. They do not. They've got 2 quarterbacks. Always bold having Sam Bradford as your only backup because he gets hurt all the time. DB, you don't need this at all. You don't need it. Just disconnect from this chat, man. Just head to Washington, D.C. Just get out of here. Catch butterflies with an Ethernet. I kid. 1st and 10 for the Giants. Up now 13-6, 7-point lead. We see a steady diet of Saquon Barkley. 2 wide receivers out there, 2 tight ends. You mean 35, who's playing? It's Giants and Lions. Bomber of the Lions, cringe of the New York Giants. Shout out to Miracle, now following here on Twitch. Juke move for Barkley. 1 man to beat. A nice tackle there by Jenkins. Malcolm Jenkins coming over making the tackle, but another first one. Thanks, Planet. Appreciate it. We already have the Miami Dolphins are in the Super Bowl tomorrow night. That is owned by Motor here in the NBL. Motor won his AFC Championship game earlier tonight. Now we're trying to fill out the second half of the NFC Championship game. Dropping back to pass is Josh Allen. Looks over to the right side, completes it to Layman. Juke move. Boy, Darius Slay just looks silly there. A little juke move, he just fell down. Nemo's back in the chat. What's going on, little fish? Good to see you, brother. 13-6, Giants on top as we're almost in the 4th quarter. Giants with a slim 1-score lead. Lions got the ball to start the second half in a beautiful drive down the field, but it ended up in only getting 3. Dude was saying should have pitched to Barkley. D-Meat saying this first time watching, that's why I asked. Hey, it's great to see you here, man. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hit that follow button so you know when we go live. We got a Super Bowl tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, right here, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Put your 4s in the chat, in the words of Scott Cole. Put them up! 4th quarter time here in the NBL. We are 1 quarter away from knowing who's playing for the season 36 Super Bowl. Who will take on that Miami Dolphins defense, that running game with Ballage and Allen Rose. This game has been very good. The first game was good. The Chiefs kept it close for a while. We saw that touchdown before the half, but after that, it sort of got blown out. Double A saying we're going to OT. 2nd and 2. Quick 3-step drop. Blitz block from the left side. It's picked up beautifully. Oh, he's got a man. Oh, he took that guy. Oh, he had OBJ on the in route. That was just running open. He was so open off that corner blitz. And he took the shot down the field. A 3rd and 2. Lucky that's not going the other way. Stupid throw. How did he not go to OBJ? I almost see sudden death after OT. 3rd and 2. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. It's going to be it's a read option with Durant. Lerone Durant comes in, runs the read option. He picks up the first down. Oh, Durant has had to play a lot this year with the injuries to Josh Allen as D-Mead with the follow, my friend. Appreciate the follow. We've seen Durant come in a lot. We've begged for him to run. He's an athletic quarterback with 87 speed, but he doesn't run the ball. They brought him in right there in a formation sub to run the read option, and he picks up the first down. Now, 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers over to the left side. Looks like it's going to be a little draw play to Saquon. He's to the 35. He's going to fight through the tackle from Agnew and get down to the 30-yard line. Give him another first down to Saquon, an absolute beast for the New York Giants. Yeah, he fell forward. He fell over that defender. The tackle sort of brought him down. He rolled over the body. It was a big play. I think if he had handed it to Barkley, he probably would have still had the first down, though, but it didn't really matter. So we're nearing the 5-minute mark in the game. New York looking to represent the NFC it would be the first time for Cringe in the Super Bowl. Bomber looking for his 7th Super Bowl title. Handoff right up the middle. That's Hill. Oh, big hole for a big fella. Give him 21. Jeremy the bowling ball Hill. Down to the 8-yard line. That's a large man. It's an even bigger hole created by that offensive line. They've got 8 yards away from extending it to a 2-score lead. Bananas calling blouses in the chat. Darcy saying not looking good for Detroit. First and goal, I formation. Barkley at the top of the I, 2 wide receivers. Logan, split wide left. Beckham on the inside left in the slot. Toss, play to Barkley, cuts it up inside, spins off a 1 tackle, but he'll get taken down at the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. And I bring up a second and goal. Banana says field goal ends it. In my opinion, Lions won't get another stop. Certainly possible. Giants' offense has been very good today with Saquon Barkley. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Josh Allen under center. Barkley, right up the middle, cuts it back. He's into the end zone. Oh, what a shifty run there from the Penn State product. Little juke move, slides through the line and into the end zone. The Giants extend their lead, and it's panic time here in Motown. As the Motor City Kitties in Detroit, they need 2 scores. The kick is up. It's good. It's a 14-point ball game in the NFC Championship. Party rock. 30-21 was the final in that Miami-Kansas City game, but there was 2 touchdowns late by Kansas City. That game was blown up. It was 30-7 with about 4 minutes to go in the game. Let's see if the Lions offense gets something together. Captain Planet saying, I see people leaving the stadium. Sandog saying, I got faith in Bomber. Draco calling blouses. 3:56 to go. Lions have had a couple of nice drives down the field, but they just haven't been able to punch it in. 2 field goals good. 2 field goals off the crossbar from 57 and 58. And now 14-point deficit. They're going to need to find the end zone. 1st and 10. And also they don't have their quarterback. Cam Newton out with the broken ribs. He's going to miss the Super Bowl if the Lions get there. Nice throw there from Sammy Bradford down to Martavis Bryant once again down to the 45-yard line. 3:45 and counting. You got to think if you're the Lions, you need to score before the 2-minute warning. That's got to be the key. The key is just get into the end zone, save that 2-minute warning timeout with your 3 timeouts, get a stop defensively, and then do what you do. But they've got to find the end zone. The Giants' defense has played phenomenally today, and they've been able to keep this Lions team, which scores at a prolific rate, out of the end zone. Corey Coleman's going to split wide to the left side. 2 tight ends for Sam Bradford. Play action pass. Looking downfield, has Martavis Bryant on the crossing route once again. Spin move back inside. They're to the 22-yard line. There's life in Detroit as Sam Bradford is coming in. All he has done is gone 5 of 5. He'll be under center again. 2 tight ends. Now both on the left side. Coleman split out wide left. Bryant split out wide right. Might be looking for Martavis Bryant on that comeback route. Play action pass. He rolls out. He's just going to dump this off underneath to Sprinkle. Give him a little sprinkle. Not a whole lot there, though. Actually, nothing. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. I can't tell if it's still snowing here. It was snowing earlier, but I don't know if it still is. 2nd and 10 for Sam Bradford and the Lions. Play action on the counter play. Steps to his left. Rolls out. He's going to have to get rid of it. He finds Sprinkle once again. Just getting a little sprinkle right there. Down to the 17-yard line, giving them 5, sets up a huge 3rd and 5, 2:34 to go. Got to think Detroit's got to start looking at that clock. Yeah, Astra, he's like where you are, but the exact opposite side of the country. 3rd and 5. Bold move coming out in the Wildcat. Holly's going to take the snap. Grant coming in motion. Gives it to Grant on the jet sweep. Can he get to the edge? He dives forward, picks up the 1st down at the 11. But that's probably going to take him down to the 2-minute warning. Lions just got to make sure they get the touchdown. Wow. That's a bold call. All this great. Those great crowd animations. They've just got to make sure they find the end zone here. 2:09 and counting. Bradford takes the snap. A lot of time. Just going to dump this off underneath to Malik Ali. He'll get taken down the 8-yard line. We'll hit the 2-minute warning. Detroit's in trouble, but they've got all 3 timeouts. If they get in the end zone, puts a lot of pressure on New York. The question is, can they stop Saquon and the Giants' offense? 14-point lead for the Giants. NFC Championship game. 3 wide receivers. Pistol formation for Sam Bradford. In for the injured Cam Newton. Blitz up the middle. Picked up nicely by Hali. He rolls out to the right side. He's going to have to chuck this out of bounds. Nobody open. Good pressure. Now, big 3rd and 7. Lions trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Looking for number 7. Looking to defend their Super Bowl title. Lions already had 1 win today. Taking down the Dallas Cowboys. About 3 o'clock Eastern time. No rest for the weary. Aguilar coming in motion. Bradford dropping back on 3rd and 7. Quick 3-step drop. That's thrown right to the defender. It's picked off, and he's got room. Breaks 1 tackle. Pull out the celebratory champagne, New York. Looks like you're going to be going to the season 36 Super Bowl, and we will have a new first-time Super Bowl winner this year. Shout out to Joe Pico now hosting us. Appreciate it, Joe. Appreciate you. I've seen you all day in the chat. It's been great having you. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who's in the chat. You guys are great. You guys make this a lot of fun. 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley with the carry over the right side. Oh, the blocking is good. He's got the first down on more. 30, 35, 40. Juke move made him fall down to the 44-yard line. No timeout taken by Detroit. Saquon Barkley, 14 carries, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He has been the man in New York, and now he's going to be going up. It's going to be a great ground and pound weekend. It's going to be on a Monday. But ground and pound game between the Miami Dolphins, who love running with Ballage, using Allen Rose in sort of a secondary capacity against Saquon Barkley. 2 great defenses. Oh, what a game we're going to have. We're going to crown a new first-time champion. Might want to play Super Bowl now before he loses power. Joe Pico saying, just heard about this today. This is great. I appreciate the love, my friend. Hope you keep tuning in whenever you can. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. We have NBL Live a ton. This is a doubleheader. We do a lot of super shows, 2 games live at once. A lot of original programming over on our YouTube, youtube.com/Madden League. Just make sure you're here tomorrow night. 9 o'clock Eastern time, season 36 Super Bowl. As it looks like Bomber's going to let this bad boy run out. What a couple games. Rock 20 Hill says, yeah, I'm tuning in for the first time. What time Super Bowl? 9 o'clock Eastern time. Right here on the Twitch. Twitch.tv/NBL Network. 9 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be the Giants taking on the Dolphins. Neither of these guys have a Super Bowl here in the NBL. They're going to get, one of them is going to get their first one. Them even having a championship, a league championship. New AFC champion, new NFC champion. It's going to be myself on the call, along with Bomber here on the NBL Network. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to do a bunch of giveaways. We're giving away two merch pieces from our Came From Nothing clothing sponsor. We're going to be giving away some Xbox Live gift cards. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be sure you're part of those giveaways. As congratulations to the New York Giants, your NFC champions, as they take down the Detroit Lions. What a matchup. It all came down to Saquon Barkley. He was the difference. The Lions had no answer. The 2 missed field goals early killed them. It's just going to be, that's what it came down to is a couple of mistakes. Not a lot of turnovers. That late pick didn't really mean a whole lot. It was the 2 missed field goals early. And then the Cam Newton fumble, I think, was the turning point for that game. A reminder one last time before I get out of here and rest up for tomorrow's Super Bowl. Joe Pico, do you guys have a Discord? We do not. We're still on GroupMe. But if you want to apply to the NBL, you can go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Reminder one more time, Super Bowl for season 36 coming up tomorrow night. 9 o'clock Eastern time, right here on twitch.tv/NBL Network. It is going to be the New York Giants from the NFC taking on the Miami Dolphins from the AFC should be a phenomenal game. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a safe, everybody's getting snow. Be safe. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. We're going to see you in 23 hours right now for a phenomenal Super Bowl show. You don't want to miss it right here. Follow us on Twitter at NBL Network. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for hanging out, chatting with me, keeping me entertained for this 2-hour broadcast. Thank you once again from everybody here at the NBL Network for tuning into NBL Live Broadcast 272. Again, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It's the Season 36 Super Bowl. Don't miss out. It's all live right here on the NBL Network. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.